Welcome back, everyone. I wanted to go ahead and talk about some of the Android phones that people just seem to love and, pretty much, highly rated than other Android phones. Now, these range from manufacturer and everything, but they are Android, so there's that. The very first one I want to hit on is the Google Pixel 4a. Now, this was the, budget tier phone that Google dropped last year, and I was a huge fan of it, and pretty much so was everyone else. This phone was $350, and although it was definitely a cheaper phone, it didn't have the most premium feelingness to it or the premium crazy features. It was a stock Android device that's essentially guaranteed a ton of software updates, and the performance wasn't bad. Visually it looked better than the premium flagship predecessor, the Pixel 4, in my opinion, and I definitely do think this phone was a very good phone. And from the census of it, from everyone else talking about it, it looks like everyone else liked it too. So that was definitely one of my favorite things about this phone, and I was a huge fan of it, and I'm sure everyone else was, based off the reviews and based off the forum comments and all that stuff. Now, the next phone is the Samsung Galaxy S10. Now, it's strange to put a Samsung after Google because of all these software things and all this stuff. I'm not a fan of One UI, but I'm a huge fan of the Samsung Galaxy S10, and it just seems like this phone is also beloved by a ton of people. This was a massive update from the Galaxy S9. It was so premium, beautiful camera, and even to this day, it still looks pretty much, perfect in so many different ways. The only thing it's lacking is a 120Hz panel. Other than that, this phone is perfect. And this phone got a little bit more love after Samsung actually said they're going to be supporting this phone for an extra year and giving it an extra year of security updates. So that was another massive thing about the Samsung Galaxy S10, and it's almost like the gift that keeps on giving. It's definitely one of my favorite phones, and it's probably going to be one of your guys's too. Now, the third phone is the Oneplus 7 Pro. Now, this was another phone that when it first came out, it was definitely a groundbreaking achievement, specifically for that price tag. And even now, when you look at the OnePlus 9s and stuff, there are still a lot of features of the OnePlus 7 Pro that, is still there that, maybe the OnePlus 9 didn't bring. Things like the bezel-less, completely bezel-less design, and that was definitely crazy. The premiumness to it, like I mentioned, really all it's missing is IP certification and wireless charging. Other than that, this phone is pretty much perfect for a lot of people. And like I mentioned before, I think when I see this phone out and about, I've never seen a OnePlus 7 Pro in real life, but based on, like I mentioned, the comments, everything from everyone saying this isn't a perfect phone, but it's definitely a pretty decent phone in my opinion still. Now, next up we have the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Now, when this phone first came out, it was a pretty big, feature-full flagship device, and it came out in 2018, so keep that in mind. And now, I still think people love this phone a lot more, mostly because of what Samsung did with the whole entire Note lineup and what they did with the S lineup. You see what they did with the Galaxy S21 and, plastic back and stuff. When you look at a phone like this, this device has so many features with it, and that's one of my favorite things about it. You can get the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 and still feel like you have a flagship device. You have a beautiful, front screen, glass back, fingerprint sensor on the back, which I'm not a huge fan of, the S Pen, Samsung DeX, micro SD card slot. There's a lot going on with the Galaxy Note 9, and I'm a huge fan of that phone as well. Now, finally, we have the Google Pixel 5. Now, I was going to possibly put the Pixel 4, but I don't really think people like that phone too much, to be honest. I was a huge fan of the Pixel 5, and I still am. Now, I was going to put this in the beginning of the list, but I did have the Pixel 4a. But here's the thing with the Pixel 5. This is another one of those phones that you can just pick up and just forget about for years. It's still fast. It's still going to be going on for a long time. It's going to be supported with software. You have stock Android support on this phone too. So really, whatever you're going to do with it is going to be perfectly fine, most probably. I am a huge fan of this phone, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be a huge fan of this phone too. So that's essentially it. If you guys have any other questions, or if you guys agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.